Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we are going to break down this Khalfani triangle from Ready to Love season 3 episode 7, Sticky Situations. But before we jump into this video, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn your notifications on. If you like the video, smash the like button, and if you want to engage in the comment section, jump down and drop a comment below. So let's talk about the sticky situation with this triangle that we have with Khalfani and Denice and Adriana. So primarily in episode 7, we definitely see like this cute kind of sweetheart, young couple in love type of situation going on between Adriana and Khalfani. Now, here's the thing. One thing about Adriana, she had stated in the beginning that Rashid was her man. Now it looks like she's going all out for Khalfani. So, which one is it, Adriana? Okay. And in the meantime, you know, Khalfani is definitely feeling Adriana. I mean, they were all hugged up, coupled up and everything. And, you know, she's laying into him and, you know, he's definitely obliging. And they're just basically having this conversation as if they are, as what some folks call, booed up. Now, the crazy thing about all of this is that we also have Denice as well, who originally started a connection with Khalfani. And of course, Denice is definitely all in when it came to Khalfani, and you know, she definitely had a lot to say. You know, she said the same thing that I just said pretty much. Well, wait a minute, I thought you already had your man, which was Rashid. And, you know, she's kind of thinking that Adriana is trying to get under her skin. I mean, obviously, to me, it seems that both Khalfani and Adriana are definitely playing the game. I mean, this is a game show. However, and I will talk about this a little bit later on this particular video, but we're at week 7. It's only 10 weeks. We got 3 episodes, plus, as it mentioned at the end of this episode, 2 people going home. Couples should be made at least by now. Now, you know, if he's not moving forward with Denice and he's feeling Adriana, you know, he needs to make that clear. And I think we kind of got a little bit clarity of that later on. But, you know, Denice was definitely having some remarks to say, you know, saying that they were messy and being petty and, you know, things like that. Which, of course, prompted Khalfani to go and have a conversation with her now. And, of course, Khalfani is not feeling this jealousy streak that he's seeing. He, you know, of course, gets to the room, have a conversation with Denice, and, you know, Denice is like, okay, well, why you didn't come here first? I mean, I'm thinking that we supposed to be building upon something, and he took it as this whole jealousy thing. And, I mean, the thing is that Denice don't want to get played. She knows exactly who she's focused on, and she needs to try to figure out, especially at this, you know, this late state of the, you know, of the show, week 7, what are we doing? You know, and she wanted a little bit more clarity on that, and that's understandable. But at the same time, you know, he's like, look, I'm not comfortable with you feeling insecure. You should know where you stand. You know, you should feel secure in your position and where you at. But the question is, what is that at this point? And like I said, we're at week 7, you know. So she listened and, you know, let him talk, and, you know, she had a few things to say, and she was like, yeah, okay, I know what I'm going to do now. I got you, you know. And, you know, it's just it was an interesting interaction. I mean, guys, let me know what you think in regards to what we saw between the conversation with Denice and Khalfani. I mean, my take is that I think she, of course, knows what she wants at this point. Yes, she did have a brief date with Anthony. They had whatever little bit of fun, but obviously Denice is into Khalfani. Khalfani is split in between Denice and Adriana. So what it's going to come down to is, Khalfani, you're going to need to make a decision. Now, what was interesting when they had this little rap session at dinner, I mean, Khalfani went off. I got to give it to him. It was really good. However, Adriana saw him in a whole nother light after that, that it really definitely got her excited. I mean, and that conversation definitely manifested itself when she was talking to him like, okay, I see you. That's what you're doing. You really did a good job with that rap session. And I mean, she just giggling and kikiing and everything. And I still don't see any substance with these two. I really truly see that it's purely physical, whereas there was more of, a deeper substantial connection on the side of Denice, than it is with Adriana. And then could you imagine that Denice didn't see this kiss that's going on, but I think at this point he was kind of sold on shifting over to Adriana after the whole thing that he called with Denice insecurity and jealousy. Let me know what you think of this couple. I mean, like I say, I just see superficial connection. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, maybe some things we haven't seen, but I don't see it with those two. So of course Denice is in the bottom two. And it's all coming down to that whole situation with this triangle with her, Adriana, and then Khalfani is at the top of that triangle. And it was so interesting because Jay just couldn't get it out. I mean, it took Denice to finish every sentence that he put out. But, of course, at the end of this, she definitely was chosen to stay. And then we also saw the other person, which was Naya. And if you haven't checked out that video, I posted that particular video a couple days ago, so go check that out on my channel. But in regards to Denice, she was like, yeah, I know what I got to do. Yeah, maybe, I won't try to be so assertive and things like that. But my thing is, if you know what you want, especially going after the person that you want, why not be assertive? You need to let them know. I mean, one thing about these types of shows, such as, I would say, Bachelor in Paradise, Ready to Love, and some of these other ones, even Love Island, people start to couple up and start to make deeper connections. And especially when you have a limited amount of time. I don't see why, Khalfani at this point, he said, well, I'm still trying, I'm not 100%. Okay, then if you're not 100%, then, at this point you need to draw the line and say, you know what, it's not going to work with you, Denice. Maybe you ought to explore other options, but I'm going to go ahead and focus on Adriana. Let her move on. Don't try to hold this at this point because it's only 3 episodes left. So, to give my summary, on all of this, this process and this journey of, trying to find a couple who you can build a connection with, and then, of course, being that now it's something of some substance, you make it down to the final 3 couples. I don't know if the actual show or the producers push these contestants to actually honor that. It pushes you per se, to date and show interest in people that you don't click with just to save face in some ways. And I just think it's an issue because all it does is keep you on the show. I mean, we still got people like Winner who really likes one guy, but is not his main focus. And she looks and she's just there. And then, of course, with people like Denice, she knew what she wanted early. But because the person has options, now she's made to look like she's crazy, jealous, and insecure. So, and mind you, Denice has she spoken to Khalfani about being exclusive without minding anybody else? Maybe not. But I mean, it's just interesting how after 3 seasons, it's surprising that the show hasn't had contestants either eliminate themselves or be considered locked in for, they found someone and wanted to forsake all others. So with all of that in mind, it's really appreciative to see that Denice is being given grace. I mean, she has said and of course done things that maybe other people found, I don't know, not up to whatever their approval is, but it kind of, the show kind of looks contradictory. I mean, it speaks of processes and journeys, yet cuts you off just because people feel that you make them work too hard or hold them to some sort of standard that they have no desire to work for. But again, this is reality TV, and even if there are good intentions, there has to be some element of entertainment and some sort of drama. So, let me know what you guys think. I mean, guys, like I said, we are at week 7 out of a 10-week show. I don't even really see any solid couples yet. I mean, the only one that's a possible is Jay and Joy, and even that situation is on the fence, but no solids as of yet. And it makes you wonder. I mean, people like Chris, who was ready to be with someone, that didn't work out. We now have Denice, who has her focus on one person, and you see where that triangle is with Adriana at this late date in this particular game. And then she had already made, a solid, telling everybody that Rashid was her man, and then she shifted late in this 10-week process. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. I would enjoy hearing what you all have to say about all of this. It's an interesting show, to say the least. I was more here to see, what the love connections would be over the drama. So if you enjoyed the video, like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.